Welcome back to another special episode of Revelation Resolve. It's your boy MTK. As you've just seen, Seputla Sebogodi, aka Kenneth Mashaba, is no longer with us.
Skulu. Go ya bjang ka mogwera ka wa potego.
Funana.
Au o šetše lebetse. Se tlhapa ka maswe se ba reng ke Priska, of course.
Hey, longa kwenzeke man.
O sure?
Ngizokunikeza isiqalo mahala.
No. Ke nyaka go patela.
Kodwa lalela.
Ga o se le so ka se dirang. Ke nyaka Priska. Wa tseba ke na le molora. Ke mo swara ke mo dia dilo.
You know, I know we loved to hate him when we saw him on Generations, especially because of the things that he was doing, getting up to no good. But today, it's really sad to announce that the legend is no longer with us, you know. And recently, very recently, a picture of him actually surfaced online. People, passing speculation on that he looked distraught, he looked washed up, what was wrong with him.
Kaba nguye uKenneth Mashaba lo trendayo okanye ke ngumuntu nje ofana naye. Hayi le ndoda kule foto le. Engathi uKenneth Mashaba lo wayephaka ku-Generations. Wayenzekani hayibo. Kanti waye izita zaseMzansi vele zisuke zibe broke. Ithina lento yalapha eMzansi.
Uyazi ukuthi it's so sad ukubona abantu esikhulu abangama role models ba endaba kaso. Not so long ago bekakhala ngokuthi mawungakhuluma isiZulu you struggle to get acting gigs.
And stories came out. Others were saying that no, it's aging. People were saying that no, it's aging. It's nothing serious, I think I heard that he actually came out and said that it's just aging, blah blah blah. But today we are, we woke up with the news that he's no longer with us, and it's crazy just how quickly it happens, Like, I'm gobsmacked, guys, Like, I used to enjoy the villain, the villain in him. I really enjoyed it, the sarcasm, the way he portrayed the characters that he did, He was the actual face of terror at some point on freaking Generation. So, I was a big fan of Kenneth Mashaba, Even as Nkushing, I remember when I was younger, I saw videos of him and he was on this show, this ancient South African show, like those TV shows. They don't make them like those anymore. Those shows were legendary, and he was one of the actors that actually did incredible work, putting South Africa out there. And one of the things that actually tears my heart apart even more is the fact that he died of diabetes. He died of a disease that could have actually been helped using African spirituality. And with African spirituality, one of the worst reasons why people think it's barbaric, think it's it's nothing, is because of the legacy of apartheid. We know what happened during 1957. African spirituality was criminalized. And I just actually had this discourse with a friend online on TikTok. I was trying to show them how crazy it was for them to criminalize something like this. Like, imagine being told that you cannot be you. Like, hey, don't be yourself, don't be original, or else you'll get arrested. So you are meant to be fake. That's what the apartheid government did. And for the most part, I can tell you guys, the reason why the apartheid government criminalized African spirituality is because it was actually working against their dark forces, their dark intentions. They were not winning. They were losing ground. And they found the perfect plan to criminalize our way of life. That is why today so many people have been disenfranchised. So that is why so many people today don't even know who they are. They don't even acknowledge who they are. Because you guys were robbed. It's not that this thing happened, I don't know, out of the betterment of society. You know, these people are very deceitful. Probably they spun a story, and then people started believing that our rituals were backward, were backward. You know, that is why today you find about actors like Israel Masugu cutting, deciding to chop his leg, when we have African spiritualists that can actually prevent somebody from chopping their leg, you know. And this video is actually for, educational purpose, only, we are not giving medical advice. But anyway, Seputla Sebogodi, Kenneth Mashaba, may his soul rest in peace. And if you or someone you love is struggling with diabetes, please do refer them to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that comment button, There's a meditation guide on this channel that works like a charm. It actually unblocks all 7 of your major chakras. And guys, your chakras are actually your endocrine system, from your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, your thyroid gland, thymus gland, pancreatic gland, adrenal glands, and your gonads, the prostate gland or the skin's gland, Your 7 major chakras are your endocrine system. This means that it's an actual thing. It's no longer mystical. It makes sense now. So if you or your loved one is struggling with diabetes, please do let us know in the comment section. Or also hit us up on WhatsApp. The number is there. I'll introduce you to Umkhulu Umgozimbi. Thank you.